President of Weedtechnics. I've been controlling weeds since 1997 using steam.
This technology works by transferring the thermal energy into the plant, cooking its meristematic growth cells. The effectiveness of each application will vary depending upon the depth of the root structure and the density of the soil.
Now it's changed colour. I know that all the cells inside those leaves have just completely exploded. It's like blanching them, dropping them into a pot of hot water. The control of weeds using this hydrothermal technique has come a long way over the last 13 years. What we use now is a saturated steam generated by pressurising water from a water tank using a Vanguard engine through a pump through a diesel boiler under pressure delivered to our applicator heads via a gun. Let me take you through the startup procedure. Firstly, make sure we have enough water. We have a low flow cut-off to stop the pump from running dry. It cuts out the engine. Make sure we have enough water. We have fuel. We check the oil. We have diesel for the burner. Around here is a tap. Turn the fuel on. The choke on. We have a starter, but we don't need that because we have an electric starter. Once the engine's running, we just drive it by pulling on the trigger. I'll show you.
The water seen exiting the applicator is nearly 100 degrees Celsius, and any steam is higher in temperature.
It takes about 5 minutes to get up to 90% heat. About another 10 minutes to get up to 100%. Then we can operate at that. So that tank will last us about 3 to 4 hours, depending upon the intensity of the weeds that we're treating. Got a trigger gun, so when that goes off, so does the boiler. The great thing about these heads and using saturated steam in this sort of manner is that it can replace all your weed whacking. When you use a weed whacker, you knock it down, but it doesn't grow starting from the time you leave. When you hit it with steam, it's dying, and it's going to keep dying for another couple of days. It'll go brown, and then in about 3 to 4 weeks we'll start to get some regrowth. So by doing this, we can reduce the intervention from maybe doing weekly weed whacking out to 4 to 5 weeks of intervention using the steam. These heads allow us to go into garden beds. Anything on the outside of that head doesn't get affected. Anything on the inside gets totally cooked. These plants are really sensitive. But see, I can go right up, I can hold it on without affecting the desirable plant.
The 12-inch closed-head applicator doesn't just shield outside vegetation. As the humidity inside of the applicator head builds, the thermal energy is more effectively conducted to your target weed.
In this type of environment, you really can't use herbicides. It goes straight down through these sandy soils and into the waterways. We can hand weed, or we can use the steam. Steaming's twice as cost effective because it's half the time, and we don't put any chemicals back into the waterways. We also don't turn the soil, so we're not opening up the seed bank. So we're heating the thatch all the way through, right down to the crown of the plant.
We selected 2 locations affected with a large growth of meristale, or horsetail, to demonstrate the long-term effects of application on a species of plant immune to conventional chemical treatments like Roundup. Each location took less than 15 minutes to treat, and the results will speak for themselves. By day 3, the weeds have browned. Up until day 21, when we begin to see small sprouts of weeds coming up. By day 28, the locations are ready to be revisited.